Now we will see the methodology of painting. Here we have a video to show you how painting can be performed step by step. This video is to show you the step-by-step procedure of painting. First, take time to prepare the surface. Taking time to prepare the surface is the key to get professional-looking results for painting work. Skipping on preparation on the proper way is the biggest mistake workers make in painting. First, carefully inspect walls for cracks and holes and other imperfections before performing any priming or painting. Second, fill any holes or imperfections by using putty knife. Remove any excess putty and allow it to dry completely. Once dry, sand the surface to smooth the repaired area. Wipe the walls and allow to dry clean and free from dust, corners and areas behind the furniture. Mask the room with painter tape for professional look results. It is used to achieve clean professional look. Its primary use is to protect areas do not intended to paint. It is perfect for doors and window trim. There are various types of tapes, but it should be easy to remove. If you don't take the time to apply the tape properly, you can experience bad finish. And cover the surface by canvas or plastic or paper. It depends upon your requirements. If painting in the tight space, remove all furnitures. After finishing the preparation procedure, cutting in the room with brush around the edges of the walls, doors and window frames and so on. Priming is used to save the money and time by eliminating several coatings. Primers are designed to receive any type of paint and to adhere with any backgrounds. It is used for automatic color changes. As you can see here, the brown color is automatically changed into white color. After that, we can apply the required color over the primer. The primer is less expensive than any types of paints. After the primer is completely dry, sand it with a very fine sandpaper. Now it is the time to paint the wall. First, mixing the paint by mixing tool. Use a good quality paint brush and cut in the corners and edges again. Follow the exact same process like as priming techniques. After finishing the cut-in process, paint small and manageable areas. the same procedure is used like that of priming. Now, lightly lift the roller on the wall to avoid end marks. And finally, remove the mask tape. Finally, tight the paint cans properly. I think you have got important points about painting techniques and methods from the video. Now we will see additional techniques from the PowerPoint. The first thing that we have to do is cleaning the surface from dust, dirt and plaster splash. After that, the surface should be dry properly before applying the paint. Any fluorescence shall be removed before painting the surface. Here you can see this picture. This is efflorescence. Efflorescence is created on the surface. So this type of defect should be cleaned before applying the paint on the surface. After that, dry the surface before painting. If there is any crack or other imperfection on the surface, it should be treated. For example, in this picture, there is a crack, so this crack should be filled or treated by some sort of treatment before application of paints. And for application of paint, allow at least 4 hours interval between completion of one coat to the next coat. Now we will see painting on different surfaces. Here we will see painting on wood surfaces because wood is one of a construction material to construct the building. For painting the wood surface, priming is the first procedure. In order to apply the prime, we have to have proper standard primer, and the surface shall be thoroughly cleaned to remove any dirt and grease. After this, it should be rubbed down and sanded smooth by using fine sandpaper. If there is any crack in the surface, for example in this picture, there is a crack in the on the wood surface, it should be filled by some filler and it should be treated before painting is applied. And if there is a knot on the surface, knot is such type of defects on the wood surface, it should be stopped by using shellac to prevent bleeding. If the knot is very large or if it is open knot, it should be cut out and replaced by sound material. If dry timber is arriving on the site, it should be primed as soon as possible with the end grain given a double coat. And the woodwork shall not be left longer than 6 months without being given a further primer or undercoat and gloves. All joinery timbers shall be primed before assembly and fixing. Painting the wood surface. For painting the wood surface, after preparing the surface, 2 undercoats and one finishing coat is needed. Each undercoat should be rubbed down before applying the next coat by using fine glass. Unpainted wood surface shall be stopped with approved filler. The other construction material is metal, and metal surfaces can be painted. So the procedure of painting metal surface is as follows. First, priming metal works. Before priming, the surface should be cleaned as that of wood. The surface should be primed immediately with an approved metallic primer. If the surface is steel, before the sign of rusting appears, the further primer or protective coat should be given. And if it is galvanized metal surface, etched by chemical treatment is needed. After preparing the surface, the painting procedure will be followed. For general metal surface, 2 undercoats and 1 finishing coat is needed. For galvanized steel metal, 1 undercoat and 1 finishing coat is required. For all types of metal, at least 24 hours is needed for drying before application of the next coat. This is the method of application of painting. Planning is a good practice before starting the painting procedure. That means all tasks such as installation of doors and carpentry works should be completed before starting the painting work. All surfaces that must not be painted should be protected. So, for example, doors, furniture, light fittings, and similar items should be covered by canvas or another material as shown in the video. Care should be taken when protecting the surface that are sensitive to adhesive tapes, because some adhesive tapes are sensitive for materials. Okay, welcome back. This is part 2 of chapter 7. In this topic, we will see modern paints and paintings. In this topic, you will be surprised because you don't expect such type of paintings and paints. One of the first type of this smart paint is sensitive paint. It is made up of electrodes formed by bright paints, conductive nickel. This conductive nickel changes the wall into touchscreen smart gadgets, and this allows the wall to function as a touch screen and electromagnetic sensor. It allows the wall to ensure your location, to identify nearby objects, and to react with your gestures. And you will be able to command your smart gadgets in a single touch. This is a picture of this type of paint. And the other type of smart paint is paint that cleans itself. That means self-cleaning paint. It is made up of titanium oxide, and it has ability to collect water droplets into the surface, and therefore it makes the surface less likely to get stained or collect dirt and dust. This kind of paint will protect your surface so that it doesn't lose its color for a long time. Now there is a video to show you how it works. This is a video to show you how self-cleaning paint works. This is self-cleaning paint and it has able to collect the water droplets and are able to collect dirt and dust. These droplets are able to wash this dirt. They are collected as a peel. Instead of bind into dirt, they are able to wash the wall. These water droplets are not binding on the surface. Instead, they are washing the dirt on the surface. The advantage of this paint is it has a wide range and it is easy to apply by using brushes and rollers. And how it works, it changes the surface into microscopic textures. This microscopic texture surface changes the wall to ultra hydrophobic surface. Due to this hydrophobic property, the water carries away the collected dirt and particles, effectively cleaning the surface of the wall. When the water comes into contact with the surface, it has ability to beading up the water into the peel due to the ultra hydrophobic properties. And this is the second type of smart paint. The advantage of this paint is minimizing the need for manual cleaning and maintenance, reducing the environmental impact associated with cleaning chemicals and frequent repainting, because that surface cleans itself, no need of regular cleaning and no use of detergents and chemicals for cleaning. So that is the advantage of this type of paint. It has the ability of decomposing. It has the ability of decomposing air pollutants like nitrogen oxide and another pollutants will be decomposed by such type of paint. This paint has not only enhanced aesthetic property, but also it promotes efficiency and environmental friendship in the environment. It has a capacity to resist harmful germs and it is made by adding silver nanoparticles into paint. So the paint may kill microorganisms on the surface and allowing the surface to remain sterilized. So that this type of paint is used popularly in food manufacturing industries and in hospitals. We can use such type of paints. Another type of paint is ultraviolet paint. It is made up of by incorporating small light sensitive particles into the paint. It is used to cool the environment in order to protect the heat. It has the ability to reflect heat and we can use such type of paint to reduce the temperature. This paint is used to roof or a wall and turn it into a big solar panel. By applying this paint, we can use our roof as a solar panel and it is popular due to its sustainable energy consumption property. Of ultraviolet paint, it is used to cool our temperature. He is making the experiment. What is the difference between the painted surface with this paint and the other paint? For cooling the temperature, we can use air fans and air conditioners, but it is very expensive to install and it makes our space ugly. So The paint is an alternative to reduce the temperature in our environment. He's making an experiment on the difference between the painted surface with ultraviolet paint and another paint. He prepares 3 samples to paint. He's drying the surface. Now checking the surface temperature, now 73 degree and 71 degree, almost the same, and 72 degree. 3 are almost the same. Sample A, B, and C. But the other sample is 101 and 102 degrees centigrade. Now it has more 30-degree temperature. In the reverse side also 92 degrees centigrade, and the painted surface 67. You can see the difference between the painted surface by ultraviolet paint and unpainted surfaces. It is because of the light reflecting power of this type of paint. Type of paint is the paint that can be applied on the antenna, and that antenna will be transmit radio waves as efficiently as a wireless network mobile device. So this is another type of smart painting. And now we will see smart painting methods, that is using robots for painting, because as you know, working on the multi-story building is very difficult because it needs profession, it needs scaffolding, and it is full of risk. So we can use robots simply in order to work on high skyscraper buildings. So this is now there is a video to show you how robots are used to paint the room. Now you can see this video how robot works in painting task. It has a tire or it has a wheel to move, and it has a nozzle and telescopic height adjustment. The height can be adjusted by using the telescope. You can control this one by manual controlling or by autonomous controlling system. As you can see here, it is applying the paint on the wall easily. You can adjust the height by using the telescope. You can also control by using a remote control or by manual control. It is able to apply the paints by separating the voids. That means window is not expected to paint, so it is able to sense the openings. You can use this robot to reduce the cost and the time of construction. The speed of construction will be improved by using these robots. And also, it can paint the ceiling. As you know, painting the ceiling is very difficult task. But in using this robot, it will be simple. So as you can see from the video, we can minimize the cost of painting, the time of construction, and the risk due to scaffolding. It's This robot is used to ensure that just the right amount of paint is applied. It is used to minimize the wastage of paint. That means minimize the cost of construction. And it requires only one or two people to adjust these robots. So the manpower requirement is also reduced in this type of modern technology. And I hope you will get important information about modern painting. Next video, we will see another chapter. For now, it is enough. Thank you for watching.